Well, hi guys, Ultra Maximus back with another update on the Superman reboot, The Man of Steel. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and I've got some nice new on-set pictures. Of course, they're the costumes that were out for Expo, licensing, and some other stuff. So I just kind of want to go over that, talk about it. We're still a little ways off from this film. I don't know how many more updates I'm going to continue to do on this movie, but I definitely found some really cool pictures I haven't seen out on YouTube yet, so I figured I'd talk about it. One, of course, is this one. It appears to be an actual movie poster. It's on a wall, and it's got a little bit of a glare to it, but it actually has the title characters' names up there, and then from the director of 300, and, the Dark Knight, all that kind of good stuff. And then at the bottom, it's got all the official logos and everything. A little difficult to see in this image, but it looks pretty legit, so we'll see how this goes. And it kind of goes with the motif of some of these other things I'm going to talk about in this update. In the clouds, we kind of see this angry-looking face, which is, I'm going to presume, is Zod. And then we get the military coming in. We know that there's a military character that is actually in the film. Let's see, Colonel Hardy, played by Christopher Meloni. So that kind of goes in with it as well. And then we see two characters at the bottom underneath the one Shocker, which I'm going to presume is Feora, and which is the female villain, and then I'm going to presume is Non, who looks very big and bulky, and I believe he's going to be a CG character. And I'll talk about why I think that. So let's first off, let's take a look at those costumes that were at the licensing expo. I'm going to briefly go over those because I know we've seen those before, but I haven't really got my chance to talk about those. So I'm going to talk about those, and I've got new on-screen photos of every main cast member, and I'm going to talk about that and how they're looking. So let's get to it. Okay, first up, we've got Superman and Jor-El's costumes. Not too bad, not too bad. Jor-El's is a little veiny, a little wiry looking, but it kind of has that kind of cape look, or I'm sorry, robe look that the original Jor-El costume had. And it's very flat, gray kind of color. I wish it was a little brighter, but who knows what special effects are going to do to that. The Superman costume, I like the big S logo. I'm glad they changed that, went back to a larger S logo. The rest of the costume is so-so. I don't like the missing red shorts. I like the shorts. This just looks like it's missing something to me. Of course, the new 52, the new Superman character, this costume in this movie aligns very closely to that character's new look, new costume, so I know that's why they've done it. I'm just not a fan of that at all. Alright, so here's the back of Superman's costume. No S logo on the back, no yellow S shield, which is fine. I don't mind that. That's been going on for a while. I really don't think we've seen that on the back of Superman consistently since the Chris Reeves movies. It's been spot here and there in the comics, hasn't been present much in the animated shows, maybe here and there in some of the animated movies, but that's not a big deal to me at all. Alright, so here's a close-up of Superman's chest piece. We've got a nice big S logo, which is great because I thought the one in Superman Returns was too small. It was not the right size. This is nice and big and bulky. I don't mind the redesign of the S. I think it looks fine. The texture on the costume, I'm iffy on, but I'll wait until I see it on screen. And this is kind of the pattern anyway. We've been seeing this kind of stuff. We saw it in Superman Returns. We've seen it in Spider-Man. Various other superhero costumes that are going to have this weird texture thing going on in the movies right now. I'm not really sure why. Alright, so here is Jor-El's chess piece close up. Lots of lines, lots of alien-looking designs. And when I say alien, I don't mean extraterrestrial, I mean alien the movie. It looks very Geiger-like to me, with a Superman logo on it. But there's something else. Does anybody else see the outline of the Batman symbol over that Superman symbol? Does anybody else see it? Look at the top, you've got the two earpieces that swings down around on both sides to come up like a bat symbol. Does anybody else see that? And then at the bottom underneath the S you can see it too. I can't be the only one who sees that. Interesting. Alright, so here's a close-up of Feora's costume. If you look on the top left side of her chest, looks like there may be a spot for a logo for maybe Zod or something, I'm not really sure. Very armored looking, got a little bit of a spike thing, kind of a Batman thing going on there. Very militaristic, kind of Halo looking or something to me, I don't know. Let's take a look at the full body shot. Okay, so here's the full body shot, kind of side. It's got a cape, obviously. Again, very militaristic, it's very sci-fi, very Halo looking to me. It's like Halo meets the Dark Lord of the Sith. I don't know. That's what it looks like to me. We'll see what it looks like on the screen. It looks like a bad guy costume. Now, before we leave the costumes, I just want to point out again how much better the suit looks with red shorts. This is fan art. Somebody put this together. They took the new costume and mixed it with the Superman Returns costume. Obviously, it's Superman Returns chest piece and the Superman Returns shorts. It looks better with the shorts. Okay, we'll start off with some Superman images here. Of course, this has been seen. This is official footage or a picture release of the Superman costume. Notice they're hiding the shorts because, well, it sucks without the shorts. And then we've got Cavill as Clark Kent here, so we can see them both. I don't think Clark Kent wears glasses at all in this feature, and we'll talk about that as we look at a couple of the pictures of him. Okay, here's another picture of Henry as Clark. Looks like he's riding a bicycle or something through Metropolis. He's definitely got the Smallville look going on here with the plaid shirt, and looks like he's got a computer bag or a backpack or something slung over his shoulder there. But yeah, I don't see him wearing the glasses in the movie, which again, not liking that too much. Clark needs the glasses. Okay, I actually thought this was a fake picture at first, but it's an Onset picture of, it looks like a bus station or a train station or something, and Henry's posing with this young boy here. Very cute, very nice. I'm sure it's going to be a good memento for this kid. And I'm going to guess that this is probably some little boy, Superman's coming in, saving the day, and maybe even saves this kid, so that wouldn't surprise me at all. Or it's just somebody's kid that happens to be on set that got a really awesome souvenir. Okay, here's some green screen action with Henry. Obviously, before he becomes Superman, I'm going to guess he's got the beard going on. And there's some kind of Arctic connection here because there's some other shots that are green screened. I want to talk about that. And one of the other actors that's in winter outfit, and you can see snow drifts built up around. So I'm guessing this has got something to do with the Arctic. So here's another green screen shot. There are a couple of other photos that are out there, closer images on the flip side of this, where you've got Henry shirtless in the picture we just looked at, and he's like ushering in all these people into this rescue helicopter. Again, I'm presuming it's got to be some kind of Arctic thing. Maybe the fortress, who knows. Okay, here's another shot of Henry in costume. Notice no cape. I'm going to bet, because I've seen a bunch of images of him on set without the cape, I'm going to guess there are going to be a lot of shots of a CG cape in there to get that flow right with the way they want it to do. Here's another on-set image of Henry in the Superman costume. Again, we have no cape, presuming we're going to CG that in, or it gets ripped off, one or the other. And then we've got the guy off to the left with the motion capture costume on. Again, we're going to presume that that's going to be non. Okay, here's another shot of Henry and Feora on the right there, and then there's a guy in the motion capture outfit who I'm going to guess is non, which is kind of going back to the poster that we were looking at. He looked really big and really bulky. So looks like we're going to see a lot of CG work on that character there. Looks like they're getting ready to get together and do a set shot, but here's the three of those characters about to interact. Okay, here's another shot with Henry. The actress who was playing Feora was an Trowe, and I don't even know how to pronounce her name. Entie Trowe, and then the guy in the motion capture, the mocap stuff. Lots of damage going on. I'm presuming he's battling the Kryptonians here. Lots of damage, and again, motion capture character. Looks like we're going to get a CG Non. No credits for Non as I see so far, though, so I'm kind of interested to see where this goes. Since we're talking about bad guys, here's one of the first shots of Michael Shannon as General Zod. He's wrapped up in a coat so people can't take pictures. Obviously a closed, tight set. We get a peek of his logo for the House of Zod there. Really disappointed he does not have a beard. Very disappointed in that. Okay, here's another shot of Zod as he's walking out on set with a little closer look of the emblem on his chest for the House of Zod. So, interesting. Very, very interesting. While we're talking about Kryptonians, here is Russell Crowe as Jor-El in his costume. I find it interesting, the blue underneath, and then the red cape in the back, and then the blue legs. Maybe to tie it to Superman's costume, I don't know. I'd still like to see this a little bit brighter. Maybe it'll glow, maybe they'll put a sheen on it in the actual film release. It's just looking a little dull at this point, so we'll see what the finished product looks like. This is the only picture I have found of Laurence Fishburne on set as Perry White. Interesting, they're going with a black guy as Perry White, which is fine. Larry Fishburne's a great actor. I think he'll do a great job. He's kind of scruffy, a little grayed out in this one. Of course, you can see a big camera next to him there as he's getting instruction. Looks like he's about to get into a truck or something. So I really am looking forward to Larry's performance in this movie. Okay, here we have Amy Adams coming on set as Lois Lane. Notice the outfit she's got on. It's kind of warm. She's got a little bag or purse, whatever it is, and the other one she's carrying her coffee. Looks like this could be a connection to that Arctic thing or that winter thing, and not just the fact it could be cold on set there. She's dressed like that, but there's another scene I want to talk about that real quick. Okay, so this shot shows piles of snow. So wherever they're at doing the shot for Lois Lane here, there's snow on the ground. So she's obviously going to have a big thick coat on there, and I could almost bet it's got some kind of connection to the helicopter scene with Henry shirtless and all that kind of stuff. So somehow this is all tied together. I'm going to bet. I could be wrong, but I'm getting that feeling. Right, one last shot with Lois Lane here in her outfit, and then we've got water out behind her. Again, the helicopter scene, that's looks like a Coast Guard type thing, which we would expect to see water. She's got a newspaper. I'm going to guess it's the Daily Planet. The only thing is her hair color. Why didn't they dye her hair a darker color? Lois Lane is a brunette, not a redhead. Alright, so here's a shot of Kevin Costner as Jonathan Kent walking on set. Got the old kind of scruffy red hat and a work-type jacket. Looking pretty good as Jonathan Kent so far. I'm liking it. I'm digging it. Just another shot of Kevin Costner walking on the set. Again, he's got the farmer look. That's good. It looks good, and you can tell we're on a farm. Looking at the background, we see trees and some equipment back there. I think he's going to nail John Kent perfectly. Okay, so we've got one more shot here with Kevin Costner as Jonathan Kent. No hats. Haircut looking a lot like John Schneider on Smallville, which is fine. He was a great version of Jonathan Kent. And I think Kevin Costner is going to do just as well. So, obviously, Smallville shoot in front, setting him up, with makeup and all that kind of good stuff here. So, I'm sure this is a shot that's done in the past, a flashback or just a shot in the past kind of thing. Okay, and a little bit better shot of the house, the farmhouse in Smallville. Nice, old-looking, weathered paint chipping off the side of the house, which is nice. Diane Lane as Martha Kent here, sitting up on the porch by the post. First shot, only shot I've seen of her as Martha Kent so far, and I was real iffy about it, but I mean, she looks good in Midwestern here. She's a great actress, love her to death. I was just kind of iffy of having a hot mom as Martha Kent, but Annette O'Toole was a pretty good one, and she played Lana Lang in the old Superman series with Chris Reeves, which we will see Lana Lang again. I noticed on IMDb she's been cast as a young actress who is, let's see, Jaden Gould. She will be playing Lana Lang, and then I'm guessing it's going to go with, looks like Dylan Sprayberry has been cast as Clark Kent at age 13. So I'm going to presume all the Smallville stuff is going to be back with the younger actor interacting with Costner and Lane. So I'm sure that's all set up like that. We may get Diane Lane, a little bit older, dealing with Henry's version of Clark, but who knows? I guess we'll find out, right? So we'll wait for the film, won't we? Alright guys, there it is. Those are my latest pictures. Those are my latest thoughts on the film. I'm definitely looking forward to it, although there are small things that are kind of annoying me. The lack of glasses, the redhead Lois, and the lack of red shorts, and the lack of beard. Other than that, everything else is looking pretty good to me. What do you guys think? Leave a comment, create a video response of your own. Take a look at some of my other stuff. I do a lot of other video updates, and I do things on action figures, toys, Transformers, aquariums, all that kind of good stuff. So if you like what you see, guys, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I run contests. We're running one right now. Take a look at that kind of stuff. I'm giving away some free things. I do that periodically. And I appreciate you for sticking around and watching the video and checking out other stuff, guys. So have a great week.